Jake El Gallo de Dorado Paul, the face of Misfit Boxing, calls out Zurdo Ramirez after he defeats Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Now, this was not the most entertaining fight, but compared to Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, it was action-packed. But yes, the fight was one-sided and it was not that competitive. I only gave Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. 2 rounds and Jake Paul 8 rounds. The ring rust on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. showed. I only gave Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. the last 2 rounds, the 9th and the 10th round. I mean, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. probably could have beaten Jake Paul if he was in his prime back in the day, and I do not think Jake Paul is gonna get any better. I actually believe Jake Paul peaked, and I don't think he could ever beat any champion in his own weight class, that is, because Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. already lost to a UFC fighter, and the UFC fighter Jake Paul beat. So every single opponent from now on, I believe Jake Paul is gonna look worse and worse and worse. And every time Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. landed a heavy punch, it looked like Jake Paul kept hugging him. And Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was a little bit smaller than Jake Paul, and Chavez Jr. was a fraction of the fighter that he used to be. So I'm just wondering how Jake Paul will do against somebody his own size and his own age. So to me, Jake Paul has never been really a real boxer because he has not fought anybody his own size and his own age. And Jake Paul's record is very, very padded. There's always something wrong with one of his opponents. If he's not too big, he's too old. If he's too old, he's the same size. If he's in his prime, he's too small. If he's in his same size and the same age, he is not a boxer, he is a UFC fighter. So after Jake Paul defeated Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., his record is now 12-1. So in all his 12 wins, there's always a question mark on his resume. And that one time that he did step up his name against Tommy Fury, they were both close to the same weight, age, and everything. The skill was different, but guess what? Jake Paul got his ass beat. If Jake Paul couldn't beat Tommy Fury, what makes you think he could beat or even compete against an Anthony Joshua or a Tyson Fury? Shoot, I even think Joseph Parker will beat the living ish out of Jake Paul. Jake Paul is not gonna become a champion. Jake Paul is tiptoeing to the top, but I believe he started boxing so late that he's already peaked. He's not gonna get any better, and once he gets that title shot, he's already gonna be on the decline. And not only is he gonna be on the decline, he's not gonna have that much experience. And I know Jake Paul just called out Zurdo Ramirez and a lot of other fighters, but come on, bro, let me get next. I would only fight 2 fighters, and that is Jake Paul or Devin Haney. But comment below, do you guys think Jake Paul is gonna become a champion? Do you think he'll become undisputed or just WBC, IBF, WEO, or WBA? Comment below and I'll write to everyone back. But remember this, guys, I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. And if you wanna hop out your boy, throw a dollar at the super thanks. I gotta roll. Peace.